We got rapper Big Pooh in the building. His new project, To Dream in Color, is out there right now. He also has a lot of dates coming up on tour, so make sure you buying some tickets, man. Go ahead and get familiar and go be in the audience. Go support the artists while they're right there in front of you giving you that art. But I did mention this before we came into break or went to break. Happy anniversary, because this is the 17th anniversary of the Minstrel Show.
Yeah, man. Almost got an
17
18-year-old.
joints, bro.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. I just say it's crazy.
What's a point in making that album that really still stands out to you to this day that you can actually draw from as you're creating your new stuff?
I think just being fearless. I don't think too many people their first go round on the major label, well, what ended up being our last go round, but their first go round on the major label, they would start off making an album called The Minstrel Show.
Mm-hmm.
And that album would be, a referendum on where music was going. It was and was going at the time, or where we felt it was going. And we were fearless with it. Like we just went like balls to the wall. Like we don't care that people say y'all shouldn't be making this because y'all knew, and that, like we was like, we dope. We got a point to make, and we gonna make it.
Mm-hmm.
And just that fearlessness. We wish we could do some things differently, but overall, man, like I can't even put into words what that really means to me now. Just thinking about how we were just so gung ho. And shout out to Atlantic, because they just let us do whatever we wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
Like they didn't stop us, like at all.
It's funny because I think in a lot of ways, you guys were the example of calling people out on the carpet. Like, this is some bullshit that y'all doing out here. There's a lot of bullshit that's being played out here. And just talking about the artistry and how we have to, what I got from the project is really honor the culture in which we're putting out there, because there's value in it. And
Absolutely.
Each year it seems like they try to chip away and devalue it in different ways.
And we
fall for it.
Every year. And even at that time, I think what took people off guard was when they heard the title and they heard what it meant, and then they got the album. They was expecting us to actually be calling out people and saying names, but what we did was we gave what we felt the world an example of what dope hip-hop supposed to sound like. And that kind of threw some people off, like, y'all got this title, but where's the negativity? Where's the, it's like,
that's what you're seeking out?
Yeah, we ain't about that. You know what I mean? So but yeah, it's just one of them things, man. And you saw it then, you see it some now.
Right now.
Like where it is, and it's like, damn, we was right all along. Like they just wasn't ready to accept that messaging from us.
What was that? Foreshadowing, trending,
foreshadowing, big time.
Saw it really big. Let's see. What's your favorite song off the project? I mean, I know that's like, who's your favorite kid? You don't really do that, but what's a song that you would love to perform? I want to play it for the people right now.
I love performing. Changing Again. I love performing that record. That record kind of details how we started, like when we started getting notoriety and buzz, and when we started moving around, all the way up to us getting signed and then getting off the label. And it's kind of, so I was telling things in there that a lot of people didn't know. Like, if it was up to us, we would have signed to Jive Records,
right, and
would have been under Chris Lighty.
Rest in peace, Chris.
Rest in peace, Chris Lighty. And but it wasn't up to us at the end of the day, and it wasn't up to us because the production company we were signed through, the label ABB Records, he went with Atlantic because Atlantic was going to let him keep the rights to the listening, whereas Jive wanted to clear the samples and reissue it. And he didn't want that because he knew that meant he wouldn't own it anymore. And then Atlantic gave him the rights to the vinyl for the Minstrel Show as well. So, but yeah, like we met with different labels. We, was getting wined and dined and getting courted, and we had our pick, we had our choice, but we didn't get our choice, and then we ended up at Atlantic, and it didn't work out. Shout out to Julie Greenwald, because, like I said, Atlantic never stopped us from doing anything, and when we wanted out, they let us out. I remember Julie, she said something was in the meeting when we came up there and played Get Back, and she was like, look, we don't hold hostages. So if this ain't the place for y'all don't feel it's the place, then we'll let you go. And she held to her word. So I always love Julie for that.
Shout out to Julie, man. I love her. And plus, I used to intern for Def Jam, so it's a little bias that's there right there before she went to Atlantic.